Bagger, the naturopath. Thanks for coming back. Let's talk about starting the Candida cleanse. Now's a great time to do a Candida cleanse for many people, because many people, like myself, are basically self-isolated. You know, you're in your own little bubble. You've got family units, you know, not supposed to leave your house, so it's a good time to do a Candida cleanse with this COVID-19. So let's talk about preparation for Candida cleanse. Some of the things that I've always tried to work with people for many years. So preparation is in a few different parts. Part of the preparation will be really psychological preparation or emotional preparation. And the other part, no doubt, will be lifestyle and diet preparation. Now, you may find it strange for me to say things like psychological preparation, but there's a lot of things I want you to keep away from for at least 21 days. So if you've looked at my book, Candida Crusher, you'll understand the term called warm turkey. We don't like to just rip everything away from people immediately out of their diet. However, there are some foods which we'd like you to take out right at the onset, and we'll talk about those in a sec. We'll also talk about 3 habits that you need to crush, completely crush, if you want to get rid of this Candida or gut problem. You know, it could be a bacterial problem, it could be a vaginal problem, but these are 3 key things that we want you to work on. We'll talk about those in a sec too. We'll talk about breaking the sugar addiction. But remember, it's not just about swapping out crap out of the diet for good food and that's a cleanse. That's not how it works, okay? A cleanse, when completed properly, can take 2 to 4 months. It can take a long time, but that's doing it properly. And when you do things properly, you usually get the correct outcome that you're looking for. When you do things sloppy and you don't really put your heart into it, you're not going to get the kind of outcome you're looking for, are you? This is especially important for people watching this video who are sick to their back teeth of being sick all the time, who've been from one doctor to another, one naturopath to another, who've been on antibiotics, who've been on pills from iHerb or goodness knows, you know, what you've been buying or taking. Or so people like that who've been sick for years, this will be quite an interesting video for you to watch, because we're going to go into some detail here about how to properly start the cleanse, okay? So if you have a good look on this YouTube channel in general, you'll see a tremendous amount of information, but a lot of it's not all really sort of put in quite a neat order for you to follow. But let's just start talking about preparation. So if we go to my book on page 250, I'll just read out the challenge for 21 days, things that I would really like you to do for 21 days, okay? It's the junk food challenge. So unless you can stop all these foods, you might as well switch off the video, because you're wasting your time. If I'm going to read out these foods to you and you're going to say, nah, I can't take them out for not even 2 days, then you're not ready for this cleanse, okay? So avoid these foods for 21 days. So here's a list on page 200 and I think it's 250 of my book, 254 of Candida Crusher. I'll read them out. No soda drinks, no chocolate, ice cream, sweets or candies. Let's keep going here. No biscuits or cookies, donuts, muffins or cakes, no pastries, no white bread, no chips, you know, potato chips or deep fried chips, no pizzas, fried chicken, takeout foods, no peanut butter, no jams or spreads or Nutella, you know, junk like that. So these foods need to go. They basically just need to go. You need to take them out. When you take these foods out, you'll find there's a big void or vacuum. So the best diets are the simplest diets, all right? So recipes, there are plenty of recipes you can read online, Candida recipes, but suffice to say they don't include sugar or, you know, snack kind of junky foods. I've always promoted basic healthy foods on this channel, particularly vegetables and fruits. And then people will come in there and say, but Dr. Backer, you're wrong. You can't even eat fruits on Candida diet. But hang on a minute. Didn't we just say we're taking all the junk out first? So we're stripping your entire diet of crap. We're taking that out. Now, to be perfectly honest, I'd rather see you eat an apple or a peach or a pear or a banana than I would see you eating a bag of, you know, some sort of crappy food from Walmart or wherever people buy this stuff from. So basically, we're getting rid of junk and we're swapping it out for nice food. Now think about healthy foods that you like to eat, and particularly ones that you enjoy eating. And they may well be fruits. They could be cherries, they could be apricots, they could be goodness knows what. Now, if you're watching this video now that's been published, it'll be in the Northern Hemisphere, it'll be spring coming into summer. So it's a perfect opportunity for people to get out and get some produce. And you'll still be able to get food, different fresh foods like that. So This is a good time for you to swap out, say, some potato chips, maybe for some strawberries or something like that, if you get my drift, okay? So we're swapping out basically. Now the key thing to stop for 21 days, for a lot of people will be difficult, is alcohol. So when we spoke about soda drinks, we also mean alcohol. So the prime ingredient to drink is nice, pure, clean water, okay? Now you can put some lemon juice in that, and it's actually quite nice. Lemon or lime juice, a twist of that in a bit of pure water, you can drink any time. You'll find it quite a pleasant drink. This 21 days for you is quite a clever thing to do, because you're going to immediately notice some improvements in your health just by taking this crap out the diet. So get yourself a pen, get yourself a sheet of paper, and write down what you basically eat. That's what you need to do, is write down the foods that you like to eat. All right. Now you get a red pen and you get a blue pen, and with the red you circle around everything that is not really good. You don't get my drift? Okay, so put a circle around those foods. So identify those core foods that we want you to move out of the diet. Once you've done that, you can then, after you've got all those red circles everywhere, here's the key thing: look for the foods that you like the most out of those red and circulated foods. They're going to be probably the trickier ones for you to kick off. So initially in the 21 days, you won't want to stop those from day one. You want to cut them right back. So by the end of 21 days, you will have stopped that food entirely, okay? And you likely won't go back to it. Hopefully not anyway. So the 3 habits to crush for you, which are also in Candida Crusher, are eating the wrong food, okay? So those 21 things are the wrong food, all right? Now those 3 things I've put down here, we can do a similar analogy for an automobile, for your motor car. Let's say you drive a Camaro. Is that a normal car in America to drive, one of those big 8-cylinder Camaros? Let's say you drive a Camaro or something, or a Lamborghini. You've got a Lamborghini, all right? Now you're not going to put the wrong gas in a Lamborghini, are you? All right? Not really good. It's not going to go far, is it? So you need to put the right gas, or the right fuel, or petrol as we call it, into that automobile. Same with your body, all right? We're going to chuck out the crappy food, put good gas in the Lambo, and it's going to fly, right? Same with your body. The wrong food will give you the wrong results. Now the right food, it's not complicated. We still ain't talking about, salicylates and amines in food, and we're not talking about lactose in food. We're not talking about anything in foods yet. All we're talking about is the right gas and the wrong gas for the Lamborghini at the moment. Huh? Right. Now when you go to a gas station, there's only one gas you put in your car. It's the right gas. You wouldn't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken for fuel, for gas for your car. Right? You get my point? I think you do. Right. Eating too quickly. All right. Now you're not going to drive the Lambo too fast down one of these LA boulevards, are you? It's not really good doing 150 miles per hour down some local street, because you'll probably get caught and you'll probably go to jail. Right? It's the same with eating. You'll probably get caught and you'll probably go to hospital. Right? Big plates, big hospitals. Small plates, small hospitals. Right? You don't need to eat too much. All right? Do you like the saying that 3/4 of what you eat keeps the doctor alive, and 1/4 of what you eat keeps you alive? Okay? So if you want to keep paying doctors all around you lots of money, keep eating more food. If you want to ruin your Lambo, keep pumping gas in it when it doesn't need gas. You'll destroy it, okay? Most people eat far too much food, and you'll be doing the same right now. Without even looking at your dinner plate, you're likely to be eating too much food. So this is a big one, is to back off the pedal, okay? So we're not going to eat too quickly. Back off how much gas we're putting in the tank, and put the right gas in the tank. 3 simple things, 3 basic things. So the wrong food, you know now. For 21 days we're going to try and swap out the crap with the good food. Eating too quickly, we've got to slow down, okay? Chew nice and slowly. All right? We can't drive the car too fast, remember? We can't chew too fast. Chewing slowly, it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. It's going to help us to relax a lot more. Eating fast speeds you up. Eating slow slows you down. It's all about eating slow. Eating slowly fills your stomach up more, gently and slowly. I like to have a little bit of fluid with meals. Not too much, but just enough. Don't listen to people who say you can eat, not eat, drink with meals, and you can. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do, right? If you want to wear a purple shirt and a green tie, it's up to you, all right? Don't let people tell you can't do stuff. So, drink a little bit with food, eat slowly, chew nice and thoroughly, get the saliva into that food, start breaking the food down properly, and eat smaller portions. Smaller portions, eating more slowly, and the right food. Just 3 basic things. How much simpler could it get than that? But you know what? If you did those 3 things properly, that really is the Candida cleanse preparation in a nutshell. All right? Eating the right kind of stuff, not eating too quick. All right? Think about it. Right? So what else are you going to do for preparation? Well, you need to think about the, as I said previously, the cognitive side. You're going to think about how you're going to think about it, how you're going to feel about it. All right? The emotional side, how you're going to feel about cutting all these foods out of your diet. How you're going to feel about people looking at you not eating these foods. Is some of your bad diet, offending around other people? It may affect you socially. So how's that going to make you feel? Right? But I'll tell you something. When you finally get rid of this Candida thing, your health improves to a high level. You're going to feel amazing. And that's what it's all about. It's all about how you're going to feel, not what that lady or guy down the road is going to feel like. Right? So preparation is very simple. Now, as I mentioned with COVID-19, it's a good time for many people to do some type of cleanse because they're at home. They're not basically at their workplace. Look at the opportunity. Look at the time. You've got a great opportunity right now to do this thing. So it's simple to do a cleanse. Right? So what are you going to eat for breakfast, you're going to say? What are you going to eat for lunch? What are you going to eat for dinner? You need to check out my channel and look at more videos because there are nearly 1,800 videos on this channel soon. And there are many about different suggestions for what you can and can't eat. But also in Candida Crusher. And just go to Google. You'll find different Candida recipes online. There are plenty online. But the key thing is have a look at the condiments you're using, at the sauces you're using, things you're mixing in with food. Cans and all sorts of stuff, packets and things. Many of these foods contain ingredients that are not really the best. By sticking with really simple and basic things, just vegetables, fruits, lean meats, and some grains like quinoa, for example. Okay, there are many foods you can put in there, but you need to keep it very simple. Keeping yourself occupied, maybe by doing something outdoors like me, or engaging in a hobby, that will also keep your mind off snacking. Now, here's an interesting tip. Look at when you normally would snack on particular types of foods. All right, you may not want to get yourself in those positions where you do that, where you're having that particular activity, because that may necessitate that food that you're trying to cut out. I mentioned before, my mother used to write many letters on a typewriter for many years when I was a kid. And every time she typed, the cigarette would be puffed, put down, tuck, cigarette. So that was an associated behavior there, the typewriter and the cigarette. Now what's your associated behaviors? Right? What are you eating your pizza with? Are you watching some particular Netflix film? Or what are you drinking Dr. Peppers with? Or the stuff that you like to drink. So think about the actions associated with that dietary behavior, right? Sometimes when you change the behavior, you're going to change the dietary association. So there are many different ways you can, look at it in terms of changing what you eat and how you eat, because that's what a lot of it's about. Now the big thing, of course, is stress with many people. Many people are stressing out at this time, but remember, we're all in the same boat, and there's not much we can do. Watch some good YouTube videos on mindfulness meditation, and that will really help you tremendously. So I recommend meditation for people, particularly at this difficult time in many people's lives. So I hope you got some benefit from that short introductory video on how to prepare for a Candida cleanse. Remember, clean out the pantry, clean out the fridge. Now's a good time to do it, better time than ever. Only shop for basic stuff that you really need. Simple. And also don't forget my handout, my Candida Crusher handout, the shopping list, because it's all on there, all right? And check out the CanXida supplements, because they're a perfect accompaniment to this preparation. Many people take CanXida products as they're beginning the cleanse, and they take them right through to the end. And that could be anywhere but 2 months, 4 months, or 6 months. And that's generally all they need to really get that gut into a high shape. Thanks for tuning in.